Sorry.
Hello, ladies. Dorothy and Liz, welcome
Hi.
to this live stream. How are you guys?
Good.
Yeah,
Yes.
Doing well. Glad to be here.
yeah.
I'm really happy to be here. It's been a kind of a busy, crazy day. So I was like, wow, all right, here we go.
Yeah, because it's the end of the day for you. What time is it there, Liz?
7:01 p.m.
Oh,
And then
Dorothy?
Dorothy.
I'm at 8 p.m.
Ah,
So yeah, we're like,
and it's my
okay.
morning, 9:30
You're in the,
a.m. I've
and
had
you're
my
in the
coffee,
morning.
so
Oh, that's why you're so fresh. It's not
I'm
fair.
fresh and
I
yes.
know. I feel like I was like that this morning when I taught.
So we're here to talk about you and your wonderful masterclass happening next week. Tell me again the name that you guys decided on for your masterclass.
Dorothy.
Okay, it's called Feet First from Head to Soles.
From head to soles, yes.
Feel good from head to soles. Yeah, feet first, feel good from head to soles.
I did find a quote this morning that reminded me of your masterclass, and that was when you improve, you can't improve one thing. Because when you improve one thing, you improve everything. So that's exactly, I mean, even though the masterclass is based on the feet, you are improving everything from the feet to the head, are we not?
Yeah. And it's funny because, in Feldenkrais, we often, we'll try to help people zone in on something. We'll call it a lesson for the feet but then, when you choose something like feet, I started like kind of geek out on feet in all these different ways. And the feet are just so amazing. They really are. And we all, most of us really all have them, which is pretty great.
That is great. So we tried to think of our focus, Liz and I, on calling it, feel good from head to soles, how it does travel from your feet, the function and the force of the movement travels through your whole body. And so it's that connection that helps us move well and feel good. So that's more of a focus of this particular workshop. And we got really excited planning for it and what we're going to offer.
Great. Yeah. Some people are a bit weirded out by feet, though.
I know.
I know.
A friend of mine who she really didn't like feet. She didn't even like her own feet. And I thought about her several times when I was planning this video. I like my feet and I think feet are amazing. So, but I thought of it. I thought, I wonder if anyone's going to be freaked out by us because we're talking about feet.
I know. I mean, they should just love them.
Out there that doesn't like feet, I don't know what it's all about.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you something that really inspired me was the fact that 2 years ago, I broke my foot. And I mean, broke my foot in several places.
Wow.
So, I mean,
if you're going to break your foot, do it well.
I mean, that's what I thought. Do it well. And, there I am in like the beautiful mountains in France. Oh my God, they're called like the Mont they don't tell. It's like because they look like lace, so they're just so gorgeous. But guess what? Breaking my foot was really not very sexy like that. Because there I am in the gorgeous mountains. And where do I do it? On a tent stake at the tent on the last day.
It didn't go through your foot.
No, it got a good hook on there. Sorry, I don't want to traumatize anyone with a bad accident, but it's okay. I mean, yes, that's what happened, and it just definitely held on, and I fell, and my foot kind of stayed back there, so that wasn't happy about that. In fact, and so as I went down and the foot was staying as I fell, which was slow because it did slow it down being held, I remember thinking, oh, this isn't good. This is not going to be good. But the good news is not to talk about a trauma without saying that the function and use I have, it's way beyond what the doctor said was possible. They said, you're just going to only wear shoes in the house. I'm dancing barefoot. Like that's that. I thought, no, that doesn't happen. I need to dance. I mean, granted, I did that at first, and I was very respectful of what needed to be done. But it was just all the work I've done through Feldenkrais, and even saw a practitioner. I just said, I need someone else to have their hands on me. And what I did myself, I went beyond what they thought was possible. So I have been pretty fascinated with feet. I was before, like you are, Liz, but then that really like got me going.
Yeah. One of the lessons that we're not doing, which is one of my favorite Feldenkrais lessons, is the interlacing of the toes. So you can see, I can interlace my fingers. I think we're all pretty used to that, but you can do this with your toes. That for people who are foot estranged, that's definitely a mind blowing.
Yeah. We actually did that lesson with Sarah in the Online Movement Festival. So this masterclass is actually part of the bonus package in the VIP package for the festival. And that was such a fun lesson. So if anyone wants to do that lesson, it's in the VIP package. If you want the replay from this masterclass that you ladies are running, it is in the package as well. But I love that. It's so fun. And if you interlace them the other way, oh my gosh, that's even more mind blowing.
That's it. Yeah. You're just like, what's happening here? Yeah.
The brain is very excited about it.
Right. So we have some things like even like feet up on the wall that Liz is going to do. And that really helps you be able to feel what's happening through your body without having the weight on the feet. And then
I love that lesson.
I know, love the feet on the wall. And then I'll take that into some really interesting things we do in standing and a little bit in sitting, which is really accessible. Then you see, how does that work in that way? It's like, it was so fun doing this together with Liz, because it's like we just almost like we knew what we wanted to do. It's like this, almost like a continual lesson, because it just came out. We just talked and we just had it carry on. Isn't that right, Liz?
Yeah, that was really fun when we were kind of comparing notes the other day. And I was like, well, how should we, who's going to go first? And then I was like, wait, this is like, you're expanding where I wasn't, and this is perfect. So it's kind of it will be two different lessons, but you're going to have sort of a continual thread through it. So it'll be interesting to see how people.
Amazing. Great. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. So the idea for those listening, hi, we've got a few listeners. If you have any questions, please type it in the chat, even if you're watching the replay. My idea for these masterclasses, because we are an online community, so those that don't know, we are inside the Movement Online Academy. To attend this masterclass, you need to join the Movement Online Academy. What's great about that is you can just easily go to the events, click on the event, and the Zoom link is there. I love that about our community. And you can interact with everybody. You can go and chat with Dorothy and Liz in the community. It's like
really cool.
Yeah. Because of that, I thought, why don't we hook up and create these masterclasses as a combined effort? So I'm so glad everyone that's, paired up has had an awesome time doing that. So I'm excited that you guys are working well together.
I was just telling her before we hopped on, I can't imagine doing this all by myself. I'm so glad you're with me.
Oh, I know. We both were saying that. We were like texting and talking and like, okay, here we go. So we're very excited to do it. Oh, I wouldn't want to leave without you. You remember we wanted to see Pierre's foot, and everyone's.
Oh yes, will you please bring Pierre into?
Oh, like here's Pierre. Pierre, like, let's see if we can bring his foot up here in the camera. Look at that.
Very nice bony foot.
Really nice.
Oh, lovely.
These wonderful 26 bones that are doing their thing here.
Yeah. 26 bones. Isn't
I like
amazing?
to think of each toe as like a leg. I mean, it's so complex and has so much work that it does. I just think it's like, that's how important it is. But anyway, that was fun. That's Pierre. He always kind of follows me around. He doesn't.
Pierre might make a debut on Monday too.
He might, because he helps, kind of.
I hope so.
Remember that funny story? Like Liz and I were talking this funny story. It's one of actually a Feldenkrais, one of our professors who worked with a foot clinic, and he told this, and I've always loved this story. And he said he's in the clinic, and he's, working with people that have different foot issues. And he's talking to a man, and he put the x-ray of the foot up, like this, to explain some things to help him. And the man was sitting there and he kind of looked a little drop-jawed and was kind of staring. And so he stopped and he just said, well, what's going on? Is something the matter? Do I need to explain something? He said, I thought that the whole thing, except for the little toes sticking out, were one bone. And so he was shocked at all the pieces that are inside, even though it's all covered and you just see the ends of the toes. And I thought, it can seem like that sometimes.
Sure.
And then of course, our image will be that we won't move it either because we don't, so we're going to help our image be that we can move our feet and help us with everything we want to do. So we had
and I can't not talk about what happens sometimes to us when we do our 4-year Feldenkrais training program.
Okay,
what
what's
happens
that?
to the feet? Did you have your feet grow did you?
Yes, like you need a little more shoe space. Now we don't want to scare people away because I know you want to fit in Cinderella's slipper and all, but it's actually a good thing. You mean that like that feeling of like, wow, I'm supporting myself. And
I would say my feet didn't grow because I was already a yogi when I went through my training, but the ability that you have when your feet are supple is just an incredible, those of you who like to walk or those of you who have a sport, even if you're just a pickleball like athlete, you'll feel when you have supple feet that there's just so much more you can do in the rest of yourself. So it doesn't matter if your toe box is slightly wider. It's not
not a problem. Yeah.
Actually, some people teach lessons so that you can walk in high heels.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, for those who'd like to make it be easier.
Yeah.
Yes. The feet are definitely an amazing part of the body. And my feet did actually grow. And I had been doing yoga for years beforehand, probably about half a size during my training. I mean,
wow, I didn't have.
This is a 4-year training for those listening. We're not doing that in a once-off lesson. Your feet probably are going to grow a size.
Don't be afraid of that. Okay? It's like, it's going to be good. I mean, but feeling better and moving better is definitely going to be, in the cards.
But it's not just for the feet, really, because as I said, if you improve the feet, it improves the ankle, the knee, the hip, everything above the foot. Am I right, ladies? Do you want to share?
Absolutely.
One of the things that we're going to talk about in the lessons is that, you got 26 bones, which equals 33 joints. And everywhere there's a joint is possible movement. And that what we're doing when we walk on all these different surfaces is we're applying tiny little movements to the rest of ourselves so that we can adjust to the ground that we're walking on.
I love that idea of like that we move a little bit in gravity and then boop, 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 everything, organizes to be level over that part, but that starts with our feet and then we can adjust.
Does it make that sound too, Dorothy?
Oh, absolutely. I do sound effects. My friend who's blind really appreciates that. She does because she says, and so do others. It makes sounds, these things we do.
Yeah, I like it.
That's exactly what I used to do in my dance classes, those sounds. Did you do that?
Yes.
You taught dance.
Because I've done dance always. I mean, it's just so great. You need this on your feet. And it's like a sound effect that we, and the ankles and she told me something funny. I was so proud during my session of in studying during the 4-year training at one point, learning how the ankles, I came to her, my friend who is non-sighted, and I was so excited to say, wow, the ankles, you see with your ankles, because that's where that adjustment happens to tell the feet where to be, and you've got the curb or a rock or something you're standing on. And I'm so excited telling her that. And she just was there and she said, duh, Dorothy, how do you think I've been walking and know where I'm going all my life? And I was like, oh yeah, I guess you would know that.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun. I was like, of course. She's like, duh. So that's how important our feet and our ankles are for sensing the ground and adjusting so that we can be steady on our feet, because we really want to avoid falls. I have a rule. I always say none of my people can fall. We have to, and it still might happen, but we're doing everything to avoid that.
Yeah,
Keep
exactly.
our balance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'll let people know listening. This is, you join the Movement Online Academy here, movementonlineacademy.com, to be able to attend this masterclass. And there are 2 others happening next week as well. So there's 3 next week, one being my own masterclass with Christine. So
Yeah, I'm excited about that one too.
yeah. So to wrap up, do you want to share anything you want to share with the audience before we
I'm just excited to meet you all on Monday and play with our feet.
What time zone are you in, and what time on Monday for your time zone, Liz?
Yes.
You go first because you have
so for Eastern Daylight Time, New York on down, I'm in Louisville, and it's 6 to 7:30 p.m. So that's EDT, Eastern Daylight Time. And over in St. Louis, what do you have, Liz?
So for St. Louis Central Time, it would be math 5 to 6:30 p.m. Just an hour earlier.
Earlier. Yeah.
And in Australia, in Adelaide?
Yes, I'm coming from the future.
Yes, you are.
In Adelaide, Central Time, we're that half an hour difference. I'm joining you at 7:30 a.m. till 9 a.m.
We're getting you early. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. I can have my coffee and play with my feet.
Yeah.
And so for the east coast of Australia, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, it's 8 a.m., which is a nice time of the morning. You know, that's not too early, right? So yeah, coming from you on Tuesday rather than Monday, like you ladies.
Wow.
I love that. Coming to us from the future. I love that idea.
So if you want to, go halves in a lotto ticket, we can do that and split the wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
to travel around. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much. Thanks for joining us live, those listening. I really am looking forward to this feet workshop. I mean, what better way to start my day than to play with my toes?
Right.
Land on your feet.
And land on your feet. Stand and turn on them. You'll see the wonderful things we do. Okay.
Thank you so much, ladies.
You're welcome. This was great.
Bye.
So nice to see you. See everybody Monday. Bye.